guess we should just mention that there was almost a tsunami and then there wasn't. And now there's just sort of warnings for beachside areas along the West Coast.
We should probably call it a tsunami. You see what I did there?
So if you're anywhere close to that area, just stay off the coast. And you should be fine.
Stay away.
So I'm relieved that it didn't turn into something.
Oh my God, me too, right? I know. Last night everybody was freaking out about it.
Yeah, it sounded so scary, but everything's fine.
Okay.
Well, not everything is fine because Joey Swoll has broken my heart.
I have to look this guy up. I mean, I know. I mean, I've heard his name, but I do not follow this guy. I don't. I'll tell you why. Because the fitness people, like I don't follow a lot of gym people because I did at first. Like I'm like, oh, gym people, fitness people, because you know I like that's neat. But then like you follow a couple of them and then like they just inundate you. Like your algorithm is inundated by these people who are like, look at my ass, I'm at the gym. You know what I mean? And I enough already. You know, like enough already. So I can't. So I don't.
Well, he is humongous. Like he spends like minimum 8 hours a day in the gym. There's no way that he doesn't.
I mean, he's just
crazy big.
Hello.
But he's been great. Like he's been a very positive force on socials because he calls out like the problematic people at gyms. And I like that. And then he also highlights or spotlights good things happening at gyms between people. And it's just nice. I mean, he's just been sort of like this shining beacon of light and goodness for a long time until apparently after or on the day of Hulk Hogan's death, he wore a Hulk Hogan get up that he had, and he did it to honor him. He's always been a huge fan of Hulk Hogan. And then like lefties came after him for liking somebody that the right likes. So he did the worst thing that you can ever do ever, which is to apologize to the woke mob. He caved. He caved. And as he was live streaming and apologizing, he then also he apparently mentioned the word colored and then got people mad at him for that. So it's like this double apology that is absolutely nauseating. Here it is if you missed it.
I owe my followers, my community, and all of social media an apology. A few days ago, I reposted an old video of me in the gym wearing a Hulk Hogan Halloween costume on the day that he passed. Last night in my live stream, a lot of people expressed how upset and frustrated they were with me that I had posted that. Instead of listening and understanding like I should have, I became defensive and said that I was posting to celebrate the wrestling icon, the person that so many of us looked up to as kids that we grew up with, that made us tear our shirts and take our vitamins and say our prayers. I didn't know to the extent of all the horrible things that he had done. Since last night, I have done a lot of research, talked to a few people, and learned all of the horrible, horrible things that that man has done, which is way more than just making a mistake and being human. So because of that, I have taken the videos down and I apologize to anybody that I offended. I am sorry. Also, during last night's live stream, I used the word colored instead of saying person of color, which is a very outdated, very offensive term. A few moments later, somebody educated me and told me that it wasn't okay to use that, which I immediately apologized to everyone and said I would never do that again. So once again, to anybody that I offended, I am sorry. You know, my whole page, my whole brand is based on holding people accountable and doing better. I would be a hypocrite if I didn't hold myself to the same standards. I am human, I am still growing, I am still learning, and I promise all of you, I will do better. I have nothing but love and kindness in my heart. I will continue to try to make the world a better place. And once again, to everybody, I apologize.
Yeah.
So that was a huge disappointment, man.
He's done. So it's like his seriously, because the left is making him bend, right? Mm-hmm. And then the right is like, this guy's a total wuss.
Exactly.
So he's done. Like where's your brand, dude? I mean, this is like where you kowtowed And now everybody thinks you kind of suck because the left isn't going to be happy with an apology.
Of course not.
They're never happy. So congratulations. And now the people on the right who follow you are like, you're a total wuss. So
exactly. No matter how muscular you are, dude, you're weak.
You're weak.
You are weak.
Right.
And then if you didn't already think that made him weak enough, then he decided he's quitting. He's quitting his whole entire brand. And like, he basically flipped the Monopoly board and posted this like word version of a tantrum, which was so pathetic. So he said, all the good I've done, all the people I've helped, all for nothing. I truly hope all the people I've inspired to do great things in their life and pay it forward to help others and carry on my message. But no matter how much good you do, people just wait for a reason to hate you and tear you down. You either die a hero or live long enough to be the villain. Thank you for your support. I am done. And I'm just like, what a dude.
Baby. Yeah.
What are you doing?
What a baby. Now I will say,
so stupid.
There are people like there are bullies. I hate that word bullies. It's just a gang up mentality on the internet. You either are built for it or you're not. So this guy, I'm sorry, but he's a wuss. Like if you're out there being Mr. Tough Guy, muscle man, somebody said he canceled himself. You kind of did.
Yeah,
you kind of did cancel yourself.
Absolutely did.
Because if you're going to be out there doing the things online, it is brutal out there. You've got to deal with the punches. If you're not willing to deal with the punches, don't be out there doing what you do, because you're going to get it from both sides. We get it from both sides. So this is why, like, I look at our kids. We have 3 kids, and it's interesting to watch them and how they deal with social media. They barely put anything online. And I think
my kid never does.
Right. And I think a lot of that has to do with what I do. Like I venture to say a lot of it has to do with that, because they see us and what we do and they're like, thank you, but no.
Yeah. They see the reaction to it.
Right.
Right.
Totally.
They see I mean, I don't call it abuse because it doesn't hurt me.
No.
But the attempted abuse, I guess, thrown our way. And I mean, some people just are not cut out for that. But Joey Swoll, of all people,
right? Mr. Tough Guy.
Believe it. Yeah,
Mr. Tough Guy. So there you go.
Now,
nothing on the internet is real, apparently.
I feel like he's gonna be back. I don't think he can. I just don't think he's got it in him to stay away. We'll see. But I just what a wuss.
Maybe he'll reinvent himself.
And I don't even know the bad stuff that he's referring to with Hulk Hogan.
I don't either.
But it doesn't even matter, because there was no reason for him to do research or go look at him. He looked up to him from the time he was a child. End of story. Nothing that anybody wants to pin on Hulk Hogan changes the impact Hulk Hogan had on him personally. And he did not have to apologize for that.
You're right.
It's just so dumb.
You're absolutely right.
Dumb.
You get to decide how you feel about a particular person, place, or thing. Nobody else gets to decide that. And everybody else can F off. That's the way I look at it. You get to decide.
Yes. Yes.
So ridiculous. It really is. It's not ridiculous. It's our socials. They're not. They're awesome. You guys should go check them out. chicksonright.com/links. Look how pink they are.
They're beautiful.
They really are. You should do that. And then you should also subscribe to this podcast if you haven't done that already. Just click subscribe. Tell your friends. Welcome. It's all good.
And make sure to tune in on the weekend to our interview with Robby Starbuck, which was really, really, really interesting. We talked to him yesterday.
We did.
By the way, I know we told people that we were going to talk to Brandon Gill.
Yeah.
We saw him and he heard us, or no, he couldn't hear us, but we could hear him. So there was like some sort of weird sound issue. So we're getting that rescheduled. We didn't get to talk to him the way that we wanted to talk to him, but we will. And we'll keep you posted on when that happens.
Yeah.
So, all right. Moving on, we're going to talk some quick Trump, and because he had a couple of tweets that were of interest. One that I'll have you read to everybody about late night TV.
Okay, here we go. Everybody is saying that I was solely responsible for the firing of Stephen Colbert from CBS Late Night. That is not true. The reason he was fired was a pure lack of talent. And the fact that this deficiency was costing CBS $50 million a year in losses, and it was only going to get worse. Next up will be an even less talented Jimmy Kimmel, and then a weak and very insecure Jimmy Fallon. The only real question is who will go first? Showbiz and television is a very simple business. If you get ratings, you can say or do anything. If you don't, you always become a victim. Colbert became a victim to himself, and the other two will follow. I absolutely agree. It's all about the bottom line. It's all about the bottom. Why can't people, the left doesn't get that. They don't understand. They don't understand business. Business is
well,
business.
they need it. They need it to be a Trump. It needs to be Trump's fault for them to continue on with their day.
These people get a hangnail and they're like, it's Trump's fault.
It's true. That's exactly how they operate.
Whatever helps you sleep at night. Okay.
There was another fantastic tweet from Trump, which we will share in just a moment. But first, dogs. Oh my gosh.
The dogs, you guys, all the dogs. Okay, so Ruff Greens. All three of my dogs get Ruff Greens like once in the morning. They love it. They don't lick their paws like Mox dogs do. They just lick the bowl. But it's good stuff, you guys. It's packed with enzymes, probiotics. It supports digestion, immunity, overall well-being. It makes their coat shiny. It makes them happy and healthy. Naturopathic doctor Dennis Black, he created Ruff Greens because he saw a need for dogs to have live nutrition to fuel their days, just like us humans and how we take vitamins and we eat really well. That he wanted to make sure that dogs had the same opportunity.
And cats.
And you're right. And cats. There's meow greens. I just don't have a cat yet. I'm waiting for the universe to give me one. But they have less scratching, more energy, better digestion, all the good stuff. It's been a game changer for Theo, especially our first rescue. He was kind of skinny and miserable, and now he's fat and happy. He's living his best doggo life. So you can try a free jumpstart bag for your dog today at roughchicks.com with promo code CHICKS. It is America's #1 dog supplement, you guys. All you got to do is start your dog's day just with a scoop of it. You don't have to change their food. Just put a scoop of it on their regular food. And it's the greatest stuff. So go to roughchicks.com, use promo code CHICKS for a free jumpstart bag. It's a $20 value. Just cover shipping. That's roughchicks.com, promo code CHICKS. Do it.
Chicks. All right. So the next tweet, much shorter. It was one of those things where you just knew that he was watching TV and just couldn't help himself. And so he tweeted, I can't stand Jessica Tarlov of the 5, a real loser, DJT.
I mean, he's not wrong. He's not wrong. Who disagrees with this? Raise your hand.
I love this. I love that he was like, I need to get this out of my system.
She really is a loser, right?
So anyway, that concludes our Trump tweet segment. And now we're going to talk about the fact that Scott Jennings appeared on the Patrick Bet David podcast. So he was there in person, and he talked about how Trump is doing all the things he voted for. And here
now
he
look
is.
Where we are. The tax cuts are permanent. We have generational welfare reform. We have deals being cut. The market has responded. Countries are investing in the United States. I mean, in my home state of Kentucky, GE announced they're bringing 800 jobs back to Kentucky. Why? Because the CEO said, well, the current tariff environment makes it so we can reshore 800 jobs back to our plant in Kentucky. So it's clearly working. I voted for all this. This is what I voted for.
Totally.
This is what I voted for. The only thing that I wish they had done better in the first 6 months is a better PR effort on the Doge situation. I like what they're doing, which is going around and finding objectively stupid things and cutting it. And the rescissions package that they passed was a good thing. They need more. I wish there had been better PR around that, but the principles and impulses are correct. So I'm at an A+. This is what I voted for. I voted for this. I wanted this. Most Republicans, his numbers among Republicans are over 90%. Nobody that voted for this as a Republican is unhappy with it.
Yeah,
that's right.
They need to codify. They need to keep cutting. There's not nearly enough cutting, at least for me. They need to go in there and cut more of the stupid crap. Because they just scratched the surface. I know liberals' minds were blown and they hated it, but okay, so what? There's still so much more to cut.
Oh yeah. And I think that they are working on it. And so they're not quite as visible about it. I think just because the relationship between Elon and Trump,
right.
is not quite as visible as it ever was. But
Right.
I think that the actual Doge team, what's remaining of it, is doing the things.
Good.
I
should
I
be,
want to believe that.
because there's so much fat, that
I
still needs
know.
to be cut.
And it doesn't matter how much leftists want to fearmonger and tell you that the sky is falling. All economic indicators continue to point to a very, very strong situation. Here is one of those indicators.
Just came in 97.2, which is a strong number. By the way, Stu, the estimate for the consumer confidence reading was 95, so that is better than expected. We'll
Surprise!
I know. The sky is falling. Oh, wait.
Oh, no, it's not. It's actually
not falling. It's actually
solidly up there.
pretty good. Everything's looking pretty good. Crap.
And then there's this clip, Scott Bessent. I don't know the forum that he was speaking at yesterday, but he, along with his deputy, were taking questions from reporters. And one of the reporters, it's kind of hard to hear, which is why I'm kind of preambling this. But one of the reporters said, you come from a hedge fund background. That's how you became like uber wealthy. Right now, what fund would you tell Americans to invest in? Like, how can they basically copy your magic when it comes to investing? And his answer was so freaking perfect. Listen.
As a global macro veteran and you run a hedge fund, in this moment, where would you put your money if you were still running one?
United States of America.
I love it. I love it so much. So great. I love him more and more every day.
I know. He's so dapper. You know what I mean? He's
Uh-huh.
so dapper. And so I love him.
Yep.
Trump continues to be on the struggle bus, at least in my view, with this whole Epstein situation and just managing questions about it. He's not good at this, you guys. And I think it's okay for us to be okay about just saying that. You know what I mean? He's great at a lot of things. Handling questions about Epstein, not so great. So he was on Air Force One when he got a question about it. This is just audio only. And you'll hear how he managed it.
Epstein has a certain reputation, obviously. But just curious, were some of the workers that were taken from you, were some of them young women?
Were some of them
young women?
Well, I don't want to say, but everyone knows the people that were taken. And it was the concept of taking people that work for me is bad. But that story's been pretty well out there. And the answer is yes, they were.
Yes, they were young women? What did they do?
In the spa.
In the spa?
Yeah, people that work in the spa. I have a great spa, one of the best spas in the world at Mar-a-Lago. And people were taken out of the spa, hired by him. In other words, gone. And other people would come and complain, this guy is taking people from the spa. I didn't know that. And then when I heard about it, I told him, I said, listen, we don't want you taking our people, whether it was spa or not spa. I don't want him taking people. And he was fine. And then not too long after that, he did it again. And I said, out of here.
Mr. President, did one of those stolen, persons, that include Virginia Jeffrey?
I don't know. I think she worked at the spa. I think so. I think that was one of the people. Yeah. He stole her. And by the way, she had no complaints about us, as you know. None whatsoever.
Okay, so now all of a sudden we're learning that Virginia Giuffre, or maybe this is old news. It was new news to me that she worked at the Mar-a-Lago spa.
I didn't know that either. Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like we shouldn't be finding out stuff like that in that manner. This would have been stuff that we should have found out from a Pam Bondi presser.
Or from journalists who actually do journalism. That would have been nice. I mean, if we actually had people who did their effing jobs and looked into this stuff back when Biden was president or back when George W. was president, that would have been nice too. But since we don't have journalists who actually journalism,
we're like Congress people who cared until two months ago.
Until right now, because Orange Man is in charge. And now all of a sudden everybody gives a shit. So this is the thing. It's like he's having to answer these questions on a plane, which I know it's uncomfortable for everybody. But why weren't you asking these questions 8-10 years ago, you schmucks? That's what's irritating to me, Mock.
Yeah. I totally get it.
I'm over this because I'm like, okay, well, the urgency now is so urgent.
Well, and it's funny because even Charlamagne the God recognizes how ridiculous the faux outrage from Democrats is and how limited it is to just Trump. Because again, you remember the whole story. Was it the New York Times or WAPO? I can't even keep them straight now. That was like, oh my God, there was a 50th birthday book given to Jeffrey Epstein by Ghislaine, and Trump had a letter in it. Oh my God. And no time in that entire article did they also mention until weeks later, oh, did we forget that Bill Clinton also had letters? Did we not mention that before?
Right.
Are bad. And so even Charlamagne the God is pointing that out. And when he gets pushback from whoever his co-host is, he is not even having it. Listen to this.
It works because Bill Clinton, wrote a letter to, Jeffrey Epstein as well for his birthday, but nobody's talking about that. Mm-hmm. And Jeffrey Epstein had a picture of Bill Clinton in a dress and high heels, in his New York mansion, but nobody's talking about that. My thing is this. I don't care who's on the list. Everybody got to go. Mm-hmm. Burn it all down. Like, that's just simple as that. Mutually assured destruction. Whoever's on that list need to go. Nobody needs to be protecting pedophiles. I don't care what party they are.
No, period. And, to that point, though, Clinton is not the president right now. If he was, you think that anyways, yeah, I think he would still be under scrutiny if he was the president right now.
No, he wouldn't. Because liberal media wouldn't push the issue.
Oh, okay.
Because Democrats wouldn't push the issue. That's exactly right.
I can't believe I agree with him.
I know. That's why it was so amazing. I was like, what?
And she's like, he would be scrutinized. Girl, no. Are you kidding me? And it's like, come on. And there is a picture of him in the blue dress with the heels. And like, everybody has seen it. And no one ever talks about that. Why aren't we talking about that? That's a little odd, don't you think?
And I don't know what's going on with the Ghislaine stuff. I think she's trying to get a pardon. She's trying to make a deal in order to testify in front of Congress. I don't know when or if we're going to find out about the meeting that she had with Todd Blanche. What was, what kind of information was exchanged there? Because no one is actually answering those questions. And these are the questions that people are getting so frustrated that have not been answered. And then we have Trump continuously saying, Pam Bondi is doing an excellent job. She's fantastic. Well, you've got a whole bunch of your base that is not particularly happy with her right now. So read the room a little bit better. That's all I can say about that.
Right.
You guys, I know we already talked about dogs, but we're going to talk about dogs some more.
Well, I have a great testimonial from Mariah Poland. And it's about Coat Defense. Here it is. I had to tell you about the amazing customer service that Coat Defense provided. I have been using their daily preventative powder for over a year with code CHICKS. But needed to get the balm because my little Jack Russell terrorist, no misspelling there, had a skin rash. I had it one day and my German Shepherd ate the entire round, licked that thing clean, and we don't feed him at all. I emailed them immediately to make sure he wouldn't be sick and to order another round. And these sweet, amazing people shipped another round for free. They sent a shipping notification with a discount code of EATEN, which not only proves they are amazing, but have a fantastic sense of humor. Thank you for continuing to provide us with not only the best source of news, but excellent sponsors. Have the best day. We do have the best sponsors. And Coat Defense, they're amazing. We love them so much. And we rave about their preventative powder, their shampoo, the balm. Everything is non-toxic, natural, fantastic stuff. I use it on all of my dogs. The balm is really great for their noses, their paws, their what do you call those? Toe beans. Their little elbows. It's really great for them, especially in the summertime when they're walking around on hot pavement and stuff like that. So visit coatdefense.com. Save 15% when you enter code CHICKS at checkout. Coatdefense.com. Code CHICKS. Do it.
Do it. Couple quick notes. We're not going to spend a whole lot of time on Gaza, Israel. We've been spending a lot of time on those things in previous shows, but there are a couple of updates that we do want to get to. This one was kind of amazing. So Qatar or Qatar, however your preference is to say it, Saudi Arabia and Egypt have signed on to a declaration calling for Hamas to disarm and GTFO Gaza. which is kind of amazing when you consider that like Macron was just like, we recognize a Palestinian state. And now we've got, you know, Keir Starmer basically threatening to do the same thing. So this was a surprise. And Eyal Yacobi saying Arab countries have more moral clarity than the UK and France. I did not see that coming. I really didn't.
Yeah, I didn't see that coming either. But Hamas is not going to disarm.
No, I mean,
they're not
clearly
gonna do
they've
it.
turned down every possible ceasefire plan.
I mean, good luck with this, but it's not going to happen. Yeah.
Right. And then, as we mentioned, Keir Starmer made this big speech yesterday and said, quote, "Today, as part of this process towards peace, I can confirm the UK will recognize the state of Palestine by the UN General Assembly in September, unless the Israeli government takes substantive steps to end the appalling situation in Gaza, agrees to a ceasefire, which are you freaking kidding me? They're the ones that have agreed to all the ceasefires, and commits to a long-term sustainable peace, reviving the prospect of a two-state solution. And this includes allowing the UN to restart the supply of aid and making clear that there will be no annexations in the West Bank." This is just vile. I mean, it's vile. You don't get to say, Keir and Emmanuel, you jerk.
How's your country doing, Keir? How's it doing?
Oh my God. Shabos Kessenbaum, who you may recognize from that segment with Piers Morgan when Anna Kasparian absolutely lost her ever-loving shit on him. He just sat there looking at her. He tweeted this: "My parents were born in England. My entire extended family live there. I have a British passport. If the hostages aren't released by September, I'll be forced to recognize a Palestinian state," unquote, is an idea so extravagantly retarded. I am shocked that the UK was once a world power.
Yeah.
Can't say it better than that.
I feel like we just put a big exclamation point at the end of that. Just a giant one. There you go. I'm so glad that we just brought back that word. People get so mad at us.
I don't care. I don't care.
I'm serious. Like on Instagram, I know we're not going to have a huge discussion about it, but people get so mad at us on Instagram. They're like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you girls say that word."
God, it's so weird considering like no one on Twitter cares. Like everybody on Twitter uses it happily. Right. They get it. It's just so weird that how different the audiences are on different platforms.
Yep.
And if you happen to be an Instagram follower and you're like, wait, why is it okay to say that? Please refer to our interview with Glenn Beck from last year, whenever it was, where we go into that at great length.
Or our book, where we wrote about it in 2014.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah.
This is not a new philosophy for us at all. Leave it to the Babylon Bee to just know exactly how to create the perfect headlines out of this entire debacle in the Middle East. They said, Israel botches genocide with millions in food aid. And this is the thing about the whole genocide accusation. If they are genociding Gaza, they suck at it.
They really suck at it. I mean, they actually could. They could do it pretty easily.
Exactly.
But they're not.
No, instead, they're like trying to get aid in there. Explain how that's genocidal.
It's just so stupid. It's all so stupid.
It is. It is all so freaking stupid. All right, we need to move on because I think Zohran Mamdani, if he's not back from Uganda, he will shortly be back. But he took time to tweet about the New York City shooting that took place the other day when 5 people, including the shooter, died. And just the hands of a crazy person, this wacko that decided to off people for no reason because he was mad about football. And so first responders, who are always a credit in situations like this, Zohran Mamdani, who has called for the defunding of police, I don't know how many times, like a zillion times, had the absolute gall to thank first responders. And I'm sorry, he doesn't get to be the one to do it.
No.
But this is what he wrote. I'm heartbroken to learn of the horrific shooting in Midtown, and I'm holding the victims, their families, and the NYPD officer in critical condition in my thoughts. Grateful for all of our first responders on the ground.
Yeah. And now I'm going to defund you.
Yeah. And he's still planning to do it, you guys.
Right,
This is
right.
part of his platform.
Uh-huh.
This was a headline from the New York Post yesterday. Zohran Mamdani planning to disband the very NYPD task force that responded to that shooting.
This guy's such a piece of crap. Total.
Oh my
piece of crap.
God.
Yeah. And where exactly are you holding everybody in your thoughts? Where is that exactly? Where?
Oh my God.
I know. Pick a lane is right, Susan, right? This guy is a piece of work. And then so many on the left are like, he's so great. Cynthia Nixon's like,
Have you
I
seen
love
his
him.
dimples? Oh my God.
He's going to do rent control and free grocery stores.
He's such a freaking commie.
He is.
And then here's what he said about that same task force from the NYPD that he was like, oh, so grateful to first responders. This was just back in December. He said, today the NYPD deployed the Strategic Response Group, SRG, to harass and arrest striking Amazon workers. As mayor, I will disband the SRG, which has cost taxpayers millions in lawsuit settlements and brutalized countless New Yorkers exercising their First Amendment rights. What a piece of work this guy is.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I know.
How do people not see it?
Because they're liberals. So
I guess so. But it's really, I mean, you guys, he is going to be mayor. Like I really think this is going to happen. The polling of late is showing just an astronomical lead for him. This is
look at his
Zenith
face.
just this week saying that he has a 50% polling compared to second place Cuomo at less, like more than half behind, 22%.
Yeah. Oh,
I
he's
mean,
he's totally going to win. He's absolutely going to win. Godspeed, New York City.
God,
you know,
it's going to be bad. And then the most amazing part about the polling is that he leads among Jews.
Oh my God. I can't
I-
help you. I cannot
give
help
up.
you. I know, right? This is where you just throw your hands up and you're like, okay, Jews, have fun
What are you
with
doing?
that.
What?
Yeah. Are you going to vote for Sharia law too? What the hell?
It's, gosh, everything is so crazy.
I know. I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
It's so upside down.
Yeah, it is. You guys, I don't know what prompted this exactly, but remember how it was like a month ago, right? When Cory Booker stood on the Senate floor for like, I don't even know how many hours and just blabbed and carried on.
About once every 2 months, he needs to get attention. And so he's like, look at me, I'm Cory Booker. I need somebody to
and there's two, like, so he did it again. He ranted on the Senate floor last night or yesterday afternoon, and he did sound so Cory, especially when he was like talking about law. Was it the law? I can't even remember but there's two words right out of the gate where it's like super extra crispy Cory. And so you'll hear it.
Crunchy, super extra crispy, crunchy Cory.
Yeah. I mean, it is so thick. The kermitification of his voice is like off the charts in this clip. He's mad at Democrats. And actually, rumor had it last night, it was floating around that Democrats were upset with him because he's calling them out.
Yeah.
And they feel like wounded by the negative attention that he's giving them. Here's Cory.
The Democratic Party needs a wake-up call.
Cool.
I see law firms bending a knee to this president, not caring about the larger principles, that those free speech rights, that you could take on any client. Why are you bending the knee? I see universities that should be bastions of free speech bending at the knee to this president. I see businesses taking late night talk show hosts off the air because they dare to insult a president. I see people who want mergers suddenly think that they have to pay tribute to this president. It's time for Democrats to have a backbone. It's time for us to fight. It's time for us to draw lines. And when it comes to the safety of my state being denied these grants, that's why I'm standing here. Don't question my integrity. Don't question my motives. I'm standing for Jersey. I am standing for my police officers. I'm standing for the Constitution, and I'm standing for what's right. And dear God, if you want to come at me that way, you're going to have to take it up with me, because there's too much on the line right now in America.
This is my favorite part.
When are we going to stand together for principles that I just heard that we're agreed with? When are we going to stand together? If we don't stand as Democrats, we deserve to lose. No, not on my watch. I'm protecting Jersey today. I'm protecting our Constitution today. There's too much on the line right now in America. As people's due process rights and freedom of the speech rights and secret police are running around this country, picking people up off the streets who have a legal right to be here. There's too much going on in this country.
You guys, I have raised 2 girls, and they are not as dramatic as this guy. Okay?
Oh my gosh.
Like, he throws more tantrums than any girl I've ever seen. I'm not even kidding. He is such a drama king crybaby, this guy. And also, I'm just putting it out there. Somebody said it. He's a little high calorie. He's who was it that said he's a little high calorie? I saw that. It's a little is it just me? Has he put on a little? I mean, maybe he's pretty
just
well.
easier to see.
That it's so I feel like when he's like, I'm gonna fight for you or come at me or whatever, we can all outrun you, Cory. I'm almost 54 years old. I feel like I could probably take him,
easier to see. That's the nice way of saying it.
You guys, he's so dramatic. And it's like, what are we trying to listen? I get it. The Democrats don't have a compass. They have no rudder. They don't know what they're doing. They don't know who's in control.
They're flailing.
They're flailing. They have no idea who their leader is. They're leaderless. And I get it. But I mean, this is not helping. It's not helping.
But this is what you sent me last night. It cracked me up so bad, you guys. So there was this tweet from MAGA Devil Dog that said, here's Harry Sisson listening to Cory
I believe you're playing this on the show.
I
can't believe this. Okay.
So this is massively inappropriate, you guys. So hide your kids.
I
hide
thought
your
she
wives.
was just going to see it. I had no idea she was going to play it on the show, but you're welcome, everybody.
But here is a depiction of Harry listening to Cory Booker's speech.
I mean, it's appropriate, don't you think, everybody? I think
I'm sorry, but that was my favorite thing.
It's accurate. It's totally accurate. It is Harry Sisson listening to that whole speech.
Oh my God.
He loves him some Cory Booker. Harry Sisson loves him.
Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
You guys, speaking of things that are really fun to watch, you need to see the latest movie from Angel Studios. It is so good. It is called Sketch, and you will love it.
You guys, I you know what? I am not really into the kind of movies that are more like the Jumanji-ish movies, you know what I mean? I loved this movie, Sketch. I loved it. And it has like the vibes of like E.T., Jumanji, The Sandlot, like all rolled up into one.
Yes.
That's what it reminds me of, is like those kind of movies that we used to love back in the 80s and 90s before movies sucked. Which is basically what they do now. But I loved it so much. I watched this probably about, a couple days ago. And I was like, God, this is the kind of movie I could sit down and watch with my kids and my grandkids. And I don't have to be all cringy about it. And it's also,
and you're not bored. You're not, as an adult, you're not bored.
And I'm not bored. It actually is really, really good. It's a really good movie, and it had really good messaging in it. It had heart, it had purpose. It's about a little girl who drops her sketchbook into a magical pond, and suddenly all of her drawings come to life. And there's a little bit of like, there's some scary, like a little bit of kid-friendly scary to help like the
just
little
bittiest
just right. And it helps, and then the visuals are amazing in it. It has, some messaging of like healing and joy. And it's just a really, really good movie. And Angel Studios is awesome. They have great movies. You can become a part of their guild and then help make decisions as to what movies actually get made, which is wonderful. If you become a premium Angel Guild member, you're going to get free tickets to Sketch, which I think comes out on August the 6th.
Yeah, not this weekend, but next weekend.
Right. And plus you get access to their entire streaming library, which is amazing. They have such great movies. It's just a great movie. You guys should totally check this out. So head to angel.com/chicks, join, get all the perks, That's angel.com/chicks. Do it, you guys. You will love Angel Studios. You will love it.
It's so sweet.
Yes.
You guys, I'm mad at Josh Hawley. Maybe I'm in the minority on this one, but I saw this and then it was verified, and I'm just think this is a terrible idea. So he has introduced a bill to send $600 tariff rebate checks to Americans when the whole point of the tariffs was to bring down our crushing debt.
Why do they want to do this?
Well, he's going to explain it in this news segment, but I was just like, please don't do this. Why? They can't help themselves. It's like, as soon as they have money, they're like, we gotta do something with it.
We gotta buy people. We gotta buy people with it.
Yes. I mean, oh my God. So,
pay down the debt. Pay down the debt, you idiots. God.
This is the thing. But here he is trying to explain it and actually blaming it on Trump, which is not altogether wrong, because Trump talked about possibly getting so much in tariffs that there would be rebates. He mentioned it, and then Josh Hawley grabbed onto it and was like, let me just make a bill about that. And here he is saying why it's a good thing. I hate this.
So this is not going to the hedge fund managers or all the Biden voters. This is not going to the Wall Street kingpins. They don't need any of it. This is going to the Trump blue collar voters, the people who Joe Biden crushed, the people who didn't get a raise under Joe Biden for 4 long years, the people who cannot afford their gas because Joe Biden shut down our energy, who can't afford their groceries because Joe Biden drove up the price of everything. And it is a message from us to them, from Trump to these folks, that he is here to deliver for them. You know, I got the idea from the president. I mean, the president said maybe we ought to do a little rebate. Great idea. It tells our people, the working people, that we are here for you, and these policies are going to benefit them, and we're in it for the long haul. These Trump policies are here to stay.
The long haul is that we're going to kill our kids with debt. Why are we doing this?
Right. I totally agree. They'll probably give everybody $600 and then tax us.
Right. I mean, it's just,
just stop it. Just stop. Don't dole out money. Just pay down the debt and make everything better. God, these people are such effing morons.
And they just don't hear people. They just don't. Right. And it makes me crazy. And Josh Hawley, I thought better of him. You know what I mean? I've always really liked him.
I've liked him too.
So that was just disappointing.
Right, exactly. And somebody said $600 is peanuts. How about 6,000? How about just
how about no?
How about none of it? How about just none of it and make it so we have, how about a flat tax? How about pay down the debt, give us a flat tax, and everybody just shut up. That's what we need. Seriously. We're all overtaxed. We're overtaxed. Our founders never wanted us to be this taxed. They fought a revolution over a 2% T-tax. And we're all like, oh, this is fine. All these taxes are great. We're the frogs in the boiling water. It's ridiculous. How about no?
Exactly. All right, let's get to some frivolous stuff, because there's a lot of it to go around. I cannot believe that we're still talking about Sydney Sweeney and the American Eagle ad, but yet here we are, because it continues to be the talk of the town. And there was an MSNBC opinion article that is titled, and I'm not making this up,
my God,
Sydney Sweeney's ad shows an unbridled cultural shift toward whiteness.
It's unbridled, you guys.
It's unbridled. And the subheading was, advertisements are always mirrors of society, and sometimes what they reflect is ugly and startling.
It's ugly. Whiteness is ugly and startling.
Can I just show you the picture of the person that wrote this ridiculous?
I cannot wait. I can't wait to see the picture of this person. Let's see.
Here she is.
Oh, wow. Wait, she's ugly and startling. Look how ugly. Look how startling she is, you guys. And ugly.
Can't believe this. Cannot believe.
I actually can't.
This is a thing.
It's so believable. She hates herself. She looks in the mirror every day and she goes, you are so ugly and startling. So ugly. I can't.
There's also an old Calvin Klein ad that's now making the rounds, because it's Brooke Shields doing a very similar ad campaign way back in the day when she was just a teenager, but talking about jeans, Geans, and also jeans, Genes. Very, very similar process, just we didn't have psycho liberal women back in that day to get all freaked out about it. It was fine. If you don't remember the ad, here is Brooke Shields.
The secret of life lies hidden in the genetic code. Genes are fundamental in determining the characteristics of an individual and passing on these characteristics to succeeding generations. Occasionally, certain conditions produce a structural change in the gene, which will bring about the process of evolution. This may occur in one or more of the following ways. Firstly, by selective mating, in which a single gene type proves superior in transmitting its genes to future generations. Secondly, by gene drift, in which certain genes may fade away while other genes persist. And finally, by natural selection, which filters out those genes better equipped than others to endure in the environment. This may result in the origin of an entirely new species, which brings us to Calvin's and the survival of the fittest.
Calvin Klein jeans.
Now, people actually, in that last pose that she was in, people tried to make that into a swastika. I was seeing that on social media.
Oh my God.
And I was just like,
joking?
Everybody has jumped every single shark.
And people have lost their damn minds. Just lost them.
It's just absolutely bananas.
On a side note, remember when we used to put our jeans on like that because they were so tight? Do you remember?
Oh yeah.
You had to get on the bed and literally you had to get down to get your jeans.
There was no stretch back in the day.
No,
it was tough denim that did not move.
That's right. This is why we're tougher. There was no there was no stretch in our jeans.
Lycra.
Right. Kids today have Lycra. That's why they're soft.
Yeah. Also, there, in addition to just psycho liberal women, unfortunately, that is a category that includes celebrities, or I guess Doja Cat would be considered a celebrity. I honestly would not have recognized her if not for the fact that this was her account that posted it. But Doja Cat decided to make fun and mock Sydney Sweeney in a way that doesn't make any sense because Sydney Sweeney does not have a Southern drawl. And so I don't know how this is effective, but this is what Doja Cat decided to do.
Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color. My genes are blue.
I'd like to point out that Doja Cat did a little bit of research on her yesterday. She's a lot like Obama in the fact that she identifies as Black, but her mother was white. Her mother is white. She's still white. Her father is Black. She was raised by a single mother, the white lady, but she identifies as Black. I always find that very interesting. And she's like, oh, I'm proud of my heritage. It's like, okay, but so why don't you identify as biracial?
Right.
Because your white mama raised you. So I always find that interesting when they automatically are like, I'm Black, but you're not. You're biracial. Your mom is white. So, and she has a problem with this. She's, and also like in that Say So video, you probably have not watched the Say So video, blonde hair. I mean, like, it's kind of like the whole, what do they call that? When they try to, with cultural appropriation?
Oh, right. It's yeah.
Right.
I mean,
like
they does the thing with getting all blonde.
Right. Because like, if I put dreadlocks in my hair, they would say I'm culturally appropriating.
Mm-hmm.
That's Doja Cat would probably say that about me. She'd probably say, you can't do that, Daisy, because you're culturally appropriating. But then she gets in a video, blonde ass hair, with the blue eyes, and she's trying, and that to me is okay. So isn't that the same thing? I don't understand. Like, pick a lane. All of these people need to pick lanes. Like, they're pissed off at, just let people be. And this whole thing, like, I just don't understand the outrage about all this. So it's
so stupid.
It's a jeans commercial. She's a beautiful woman. That's all it is. She's not even that blonde.
And at no time in the commercial did she say, my genes are superior to yours.
Right.
She simply said, I have blonde hair. I have blue eyes. At no time was she like, I am long live the Aryan nation. Like
No.
people are projecting so much weird shit onto this ad. And I'm like, it says more about you being a Nazi than it does about Sydney Sweeney. I mean,
and
people have lost their minds.
And it's also a play on words.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's just a play on words. It's like it used to be that we could do that and you could have clever play on words and people would be like, oh yeah, that's kind of funny. Huh? Tongue in cheek. Yay. Advertising. That's neat. Now everybody has to read into everything and get offended by everything. And it's just like, shut up. You're exhausting. God, it is. It's so stupid. I cannot believe that this is still a thing.
Oh yeah, it
just
continues
shows
to be a thing, and it worries me only to the extent that if Sydney Sweeney apologizes in any way, I am going to rage. Just get ready.
I don't think that she will because she hasn't already.
She better not.
I
oh my
feel
God.
like if she was gonna mock, she would have already. I really do. I feel like if it was going to happen, and she has said, at least I read, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like she is a leftist. I read that she's a leftist and her family, some people in her family are more like MAGA people. If she's probably looking at some people on the left going, y'all are effing crazy.
I hope so. I hope so.
You would
because
think.
I worry that somebody's going to get to her and be like, you know, it's fine what you said, but it's just tone deaf given the climate that we're in right now. And I just don't want her to. I can't. I don't want her to.
Somebody's
say
saying
anything.
that somebody's saying she put out a statement. I mean, I don't.
That said what?
Yeah, I don't know.
What
I
did it
didn't.
say?
I didn't see an apology. I haven't seen an apology. So
oh
I
my
don't
God,
know.
there better not. And
There
American
better not
Eagle
be.
should not apologize. They
No.
sold out of
Oh my
one of
God.
the jeans that she advertised. They're already sold out. Like this
Right.
was a brilliant move on their part.
Absolutely brilliant when it comes to PR and advertising. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Because there are crazy people ostensibly on the right who are now called the woke right, who are super anti-Israel and are also like the leftists who are seeking out, you know, Nazism and everything that they can seek it out in. There was a post from Elijah Schaffer, which I was like, it made my brain ache from trying to figure out what the angle is here. But this is what he said. No, that's not what he said. This is what he said. He said, fun facts. The CEO of American Eagle is Jay Schottenstein, one of the largest donors to Jewish causes. Previously, the company was founded by Mark and Jerry Silverman. American Eagle has focused on supporting Israeli holidays, including giving free ad space to Shabbat, whatever that is. So what is the point here?
I don't. Yeah, I was just gonna say. So effing what? What are we talking about? So what?
Is the accusation that American Eagle is run by a Jew, and so they're trying to promote Nazism? Like,
oh my God,
I don't understand what the angle is here, because everybody's lost the plot on this.
Yeah, I don't like. What is your point, Elijah? What is your point?
It's like I don't get it.
It used to be, she's hot. She's totally hot. She has a nice ass in her jeans. That's the point of this. Like,
right.
Like, that's it. There's nothing else. I'm sorry that everybody wants to read so far into it, but literally that's all this is that she's a hot chick that looks great in jeans. I'm sorry if that offends you and you're not as hot and you can't take it. You can't look at that for what it is. At face value, that's all this is. She's just a beautiful girl that looks good in her jeans. That's it. There's nothing else. Oh my God. Can we move on?
I know. Yes, please let's do that. Although we do have to have one Babylon Bee headline about this because it was my favorite one ever. American Eagle apologizes, replaces Sydney Sweeney with fat transgender double amputee of color. And I was like,
leave it to them.
This would be fine. This would be fine.
Right. It would be totally. That's what they want. That's exactly what they want.
Speaking of people who try to find a way to inject anti-Israel hate into everything that they do, Candace Owens.
Oh, here we go.
She has, it's again, like anytime we talk about Candace, I feel like we've reached a bottom that we can't possibly get lower than. And then she surprises us.
Surprise! We got lower.
And so I just want to say to anybody in our audience that is a fan of ours and Candace's, and I know that there's some crossover.
Oh, yeah.
I just want to say right now, if you contribute to her GoFundMe, which is going to happen at some point to fight the Macron lawsuit, you are a dumbass because she is a multi-millionaire.
Yeah. Well, just FYI, her net worth is between 5 and 10 million just on her own. Her husband's net worth is between 180 and 240 million dollars. She's doing just fine financially.
And then he is an heir to a fortune even bigger than that.
Right.
So the fact that she is even suggesting that at some point soon she will be starting a GoFundMe.
Oh my God.
Makes me seethe so much. I can't even believe it. But here she is. You'll hear it straight from her. She's like, I mean, it's not time to start a GoFundMe yet. I mean, we're okay now. Oh my God. Listen to this.
I cannot.
I cannot.
If I ever come to you and I say I'm putting up a GoFundMe and I need the money, I want to make sure I really need the money, you know? And right now, we're obviously looking and shopping with lawyers. We do not really need the money at this moment. It's very early on, but I know that the process is supposed to be the pain, that they want to drag this out. I can't see them wanting to make it to discovery. I just don't see that happening. I think they'll fake kill Brigitte first. Like they'll be like, oh, Brigitte passed away from stress because of what Candace did. Oh, nobody can talk about her being a man anymore because Brigitte's gone. You know, this is terrible. That's what I'm more likely that would be the conclusion. I feel like that's way more likely than them going through discovery.
Okay, so now the latest theory. Let me just see if I have this straight.
They're going to kill her.
They're going to pretend kill Brigitte.
Pretend kill her. Yes, they're going to pretend kill her.
So that she doesn't have to go to court. To discovery for the lawsuit that she
so she doesn't have to whip out her penis.
Okay. All right. I just want to make sure I understood.
They're gonna fake kill her, Mock. That's what's gonna happen. Oh, by the way, she's gonna start a GoFundMe because her husband's worth 240 million. She's worth 10. So she needs the money, you guys. She's gonna need it. Money. She's gonna need the money.
From all you plebes out there.
All you guys
you're gonna have to pony
struggling
up.
to make ends meet. She's gonna need the money.
She also is convinced that the reason that Macron has decided to recognize Palestine as a state is because of the lawsuit about his wife's penis. Make this make sense.
Anyways, it seems like he is very much trying to move the goalposts now. He's out there and people are tagging me like, well, Macron says that France is going to recognize a Palestinian state. Oh, look at me. Yeah, right, guys. Come on. Now that you're seeing all these people do this 180 that are saying we're going to recognize Palestine as a state, first and foremost, Macron was pulled up through the ranks by the Rothschilds family. The Rothschilds family created the state of Israel. Macron has absolutely no power to do anything that the Rothschilds do not want done. He has no power. He's never had power in his entire life, okay? He just hasn't. And so do not take that as a sign that he's doing the right thing or that anybody who's talking about, oh, we need to have peace in Palestine and this needs to come to an end. It means that Netanyahu is almost done with his ethnic cleansing and they're just trying to save face. And no one wants to save face more than Emmanuel Macron, who has embarked on a fight over here in the U.S. that is not going to end well for him or his husband.
Anymore, it's amusing. So ridiculous.
It's entertaining at this point. Let me entertain you.
It's crazy, you guys. Right. It's crazy.
It is.
And Misfit Patriot, who can be so funny to watch. I'll also hide your kids, hide your wives, because he does have some language. He made fun of this in just the most perfect way ever.
First of all, Candace Owens thinks that the reason France is recognizing Palestine as a state is because she said that the French president's wife has a dick. I'm going to let that marinate for a minute. Candace Owens thinks that France's foreign policy revolves around whether or not Candace Owens said that dude's wife has a dick on her podcast.
Can you imagine thinking that?
Wait.
Okay.
Right.
Make asylums great again and put this bitch in one.
Can you imagine thinking that highly of ourselves though? Like I
cannot.
I can't imagine thinking I was that important. I mean,
Yeah,
I am a blip.
Well,
you
I
know?
mean, to be fair, she's getting sued by a world leader.
That's true. Very that's
So-
true. Okay, you're right. Touche.
I mean,
I'll
she's
give you
kind of a
that.
big deal.
She is
She's
a big
kind
deal.
of a big deal.
She is a big deal. You're right.
So-
But okay, I'll give you that. But wow, to think though that like actual decisions, huge foreign policy decisions are being made because of you.
Well,
But
remember, and she talked about Trump calling her and telling her,
That's
you know,
true.
you got to stop because like the Ukraine war is not going to be solved if you
true.
keep talking about Brigitte's dick.
Yeah, but then why would you need to GoFundMe if you're that important? You know what I mean?
This is the question.
Why would
This
you need
is
to
the
GoFundMe?
question.
I mean, your husband's worth $240 million and you make a lot of money. So why would you need people to pay for I'm just asking. I'm putting it out
We're
there.
just asking questions like Candace.
That's
does.
all. We're just asking questions. Don't sue me. All right. Maybe Andrew Tate can help her pay, you know?
There you go. He's got a lot of money.
Right.
He
and
likes
I
to talk about
feel
that
like
a
we're all
lot.
on the same. Right. He does. He does like to talk about all the money that he has.
Mhm. One more quick Candace clip and then we'll let this go. But if there's any doubt amongst our audience about how much she hates Israel openly at this point, this should put that to bed. Like this is unequivocal, pure, I hate Israel and I'm very open about it from Candace. Here she is.
I would literally rather saw off my own foot than support Israel ever again, by the way. Never supporting that demonic nation ever again. That's like, I am so off that train. It's crazy. Now we are reading the books. We're learning about how you've executed this. You've blindfolded the entire world to what you are. And what I think you might be is possessed by a real demon. I'm Catholic. I believe in demons.
Oh.
And Netanyahu is very clearly a demon. And any person that supports him, like you are a part of a like totally demonic enterprise.
Oh.
Okay.
So
that seems clear to me.
So Trump is demonic. Trump followers are demonic. So
Yes.
you guys were all demonic. Just FYI. All right.
Anyway,
It's good to know.
moving on. I know you said that you don't like the word bully, but
No, I'm not a fan of that word.
we need
but
to talk
we
about
gotta
it
talk
for a
about bullying.
second.
Okay.
Yeah, because this was an interesting study. It was a Finnish study, a survey of over 138,000 people, 139,000 people. Students, researchers found that adolescents identifying as trans, and especially those identifying as non-binary, were more likely to report being bullies rather than being victims of bullying, which
Right.
is not surprising at all. to
I'm
me.
not surprised by this at all. And I saw a lot of teachers in the comments who were like, oh, yeah, this is accurate. Because it's like, if you don't respect my authority, I'm going to like have you, I'm going to take you down. Because because they have been given so much power. This tiny little group of people has been given so much power by all this woke nonsense and just our country, the world in general. It's so stupid. It's so dumb. Like we're all kowtowing to these people, and so they have been given power because of that. It's stupid.
Yeah, enough is enough. I mean,
Yeah, enough is enough.
And I think the pendulum's starting to swing a little bit. I don't think people are
God, I
as
hope so.
afraid of the LGBTQIA police, you know, the whole alphabet brigade. I don't think people are as nervous about just saying what they think about them.
I hope so.
And one of the very best people to just completely clarify how dumb a lot of these trans issues are is Helen Joyce. And I would love to get her on our show at some point. She is amazing. And so she did it again. There's just a truth bomb coming out of her in this clip that I think you guys will all appreciate. Take a listen here.
If you think about it, if male and female do not actually have anything to do with bodies, then what on earth is gender confirming medicine? If women can have penises or vaginas and men can have penises or vaginas, then what on earth are you doing changing anybody's bodies? Like a man who, you know, what I would call a man, a male person who comes into a clinic and says, I know that I'm a woman inside, the doctor should say, fine, you're one of those women who has a beard and a penis. Off you go. But instead they're chopping up the body, which makes no sense. So yeah, it's like two radically different worldviews that are clashing, and the naive idiots in the legacy institutions haven't noticed that the barbarians who are well inside the gate by now and who are destroying their institutions don't mean by their words and by things like evidence and categories, don't mean anything like what the original legacy institutions meant. They need to wake up to that.
Right?
Right. Totally. And what
I love her.
I love her too. And what's terrifying is the kids who have had their genitalia chopped off, and what's going to happen to them in 15 years when they wake up emotionally and they're like, what the F happened? And none of these adults in the room had my back. None of them had my back. Like, what is, and now I'm ruined.
Yeah.
Oh my God. You know, and some of them not only did they not have these kids' backs, but they encouraged it and they abused them. And then I can't even imagine. It's also terrible.
It is. And, you know, we're starting to see some slow rolling back of, I mean, there's definitely medical centers who are starting to stop these practices. Definitely in Europe, they've put a stop to a lot of these practices, which is great. So again, it's one of those things where I feel like they went so far and so radical that common sense is starting to prevail. I mean, I'm hopeful about that. Now, there's still problems. Like, for example, in Australia, 15-year-olds can have double mastectomies, but they're soon not going to be allowed to watch YouTube because YouTube, the federal government in Australia, has decided it's going to ban YouTube accounts for under 16s. Fine if you want to get your boobs chopped off, but you can't have a YouTube account, young lady.
Unbelievable.
I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's absolutely crazy.
It
makes
make
absolutely
any
no sense.
No sense at all.
All right. Let's get to some fun things because we've got a couple of new couples that we need to talk about. One of which is just made me cringe when I saw it, and another one which made me very, very happy. The one that made me cringe was this one. Katy Perry and Justin Trudeau.
Wait, Justin Trudeau doesn't have a wife anymore?
They divorced.
Oh, okay. Because she found out that he was gay, but now he's dating Katy Perry?
Who clearly has a type because she was engaged and broke off the engagement to Orlando Bloom, with whom she has at least one daughter.
I thought they were married. I thought she was married to Orlando Bloom.
They were perpetually engaged, but I don't think they
Oh.
ever actually tied the knot. And then they stopped the engagement, and now people are saying that they saw Justin Trudeau canoodling with Katy Perry.
I mean, it kind of tracks though, don't you think?
She has a type, right?
She definitely has a type.
Scruffy-haired manlet.
The femme dudes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Kylie Jenner needs to watch her man because that's exactly the kind of guy that Katy Perry goes for.
Yeah,
It's like
Timothy Chalamet.
Chalamet.
Yeah. Yeah. The little, oh God, the soy boy.
Yeah.
Femme dudes. Gross.
So this is gross to me. However, there is a new coupling, which we're both very, very excited about. And that is Pamela Anderson and Liam Neeson.
I love
They
it.
seem to be a couple. There's a little video.
I love it.
I mean, I
love
just
all
think
of
that's
it.
super, super cute.
Yeah. She went from Tommy Lee to Kid Rock to Liam Neeson. Like, well played, Pam. Well played.
Upgrade, massive upgrade.
Really
and
good.
apparently she is the first woman that Liam has had a relationship with since his wife died 16 years ago. Natasha Richardson, is that
She was-
right?
Yeah,
Natasha?
she was so beautiful. And you know what? They kind of look a little alike.
Mhm.
They
He's
had
got a type too.
Yeah, they do. And she was just beautiful. And Pam's beautiful, you know?
I like this couple. It's just good, right? I think it's good.
I do too. I like, and they both have two boys that are very
Oh.
similar in age, and they were photographed on the red carpet for Naked Gun, whatever this is, Naked Gun 5, whatever this. Anyways, they were both photographed with both of their boys, and the boys look like they could all be brothers.
Really?
Yeah, it was really kind of neat. Like, I thought, you know what? It's because, you know, life has been kind of unkind to her in a lot of respects because of all the sex tape stuff with Tommy Lee. If you ever watch her like biography,
Yeah,
like the money stuff and everything. It was just, life was not kind to her. So I'm glad karma is working in her favor. She deserves happiness, and I'm happy for her.
Yeah, I just like that.
Yeah.
And then there is a rumor going around, not yet confirmed, but just want to make you aware of it, that the CEO, the Coldplay CEO that was caught at the Coldplay concert having an affair with his HR person, is talking about suing Coldplay.
Oh my God, dude.
Because he claims that the kiss cam moment caused emotional distress and invaded his privacy, and that he did not give consent to be filmed, and believes that the viral moment publicly humiliated him.
Well,
Not his actions. I mean, that did not humiliate him.
Mhm.
It's just
Right.
being caught in the actions.
Right.
That humiliated him.
It's going to be very interesting to see how this turns out.
I mean, we don't know. I mean, there's been no filing yet, but the fact that there's even a rumor that there could be is just like, seriously, just stop.
Let it go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just let it go.
We are going to officially name a segment, and you may see it in the headline where it says DFWYF. That stands for Don't F with Your Face, you guys. And so I keep seeing reasons to remind people to not F with their faces. And this one was absolutely mortifying. So there's apparently a woman who legit caught botulism from her Botox injections.
Oh my God.
So she's only like 32 and has been getting them since her early 20s. Like,
Why?
Why would you inject poison into your face in your early 20s?
Yeah, I don't understand. And okay, so wait, what did she get? She got what?
Botulism. She got botulism.
But that's what it is. Botox is botulism.
But like, she got the actual affliction that botulism, that poison, gives you. So she's had a multiple TIAs, kind of like I did. She can't even move. She can barely shower. She can barely do her makeup. She's suffered all of these itty bitty strokes, but the official diagnosis is, I don't even know how to say this, but iatrogenic botulism. You guys don't get this. Now, here's what she looked like. This is what she's been looking like. I mean, her face is full. It's like absolutely filled to the max.
She's only in her 30s?
Early 30s. But she's been doing this for a decade.
I cannot even imagine. Like, why are girls in their 20s and 30s doing this stuff?
Because people keep convincing them that it's like preventative, and then that you have to keep doing it for maintenance. This is a cycle you do not want to get in.
No, don't do it. Don't do it.
God, I think we have one more picture of her, because she also had her boobs done, and she's now taken out those implants. She's a mess. I mean, don't mess with just don't do drastic things to yourself, because it ends badly. And if you survive it without getting a botulism affliction, even if you survive it, you end up looking like Priscilla Presley, you guys.
Oh my God.
And so now, I mean, to be fair, Priscilla Presley is 80. Okay, so I guess she doesn't look 80. She doesn't look any age. She looks like an alien.
Well, that's the thing. What does she look? That's what I don't understand. Like we know your hair isn't red, you know?
That's
you know
the least of the problems.
That's what I'm saying. Like, at some point, I mean, I get it. Like, she wants, I don't know what that looks like. I don't know.
This is so sad, because she's so beautiful, and there was no reason
she was gorgeous
to do this.
And
it hurts me.
And she would have aged beautifully. She would have aged beautifully. Right. I know. I don't understand.
Don't F with your face, you guys. That is our bottom line here. Don't F with your face.
It's okay to have sagginess and some wrinkles. It's fine.
It's fine. The alternative is being dead, okay?
Right.
Like, let's just age and be okay with it, and send a message to younger women that you don't have to fill your face with all the stuff.
Right. I think we're trying to just start a movement here.
Yes. The movement is DFWYF. Unfortunately, that is a mouthful, but
do it. That's what it is.
All right, moving on to some fun My Pillow talks. The first one actually came from our Indian correspondent, Spencer, who suggested that this would be me. I take exception to that. I would not go this far. But this is somebody seeing a cat, and this was their reaction to it. Why is he licking the cat? And then he's just like, bye. And he dumps the cat.
Yeah, he dumps the cat. That's the thing. It's how he treats him after he licks him that was even, it was more bothersome than the licking to me.
Why did he do that?
I don't know.
That's not okay.
He's licking the cat. He's licking the cat, you guys.
Oh God, that was bad. That was
People
not
are
okay.
weird, man. People
they definitely
never
are.
cease to amaze me of how weird they are.
We also have another another video from that guy who pretends to be God inventing stuff like on the fly. And this is God inventing wine.
What if we had juice that made you bad at driving?
What does that mean? What does that mean?
Oh my God.
What does it mean?
Yeah, the juice, make you crash your car when you drink the juice. When you drink
repeated what you said.
People should ruin their lives because it is juice.
I want the words you say to mean something, and they
like soccer moms and shit. Like, make it really expensive. Make it cost too much. No, it should cost a lot.
Oh God!
And then you say mean stuff to your mother-in-law when you have this. It should make you mean to your mother-in-law when you have this.
This is why Lucifer
make my son's blood out of it.
When the fuck did you have a kid?
Yeah, my son turned his blood into this. Turn his blood into this.
Yes, right.
Turn his blood into, and then make people drink it and pretend to eat him.
That seems fine. That's all normal, right?
It's all totally normal. Yes, let's do it. Jesus, Vinny asked, Jesus had a car?
Oh my God, I love that guy
If he
so
had
much.
a car, it would have been a Kia. We know that.
Oh, okay. Now we have another very quick, this goes quickly, a reaction video. It took me so long to actually process what I was seeing. And it is what you think it is, which is why the reaction to it is so perfect.
Granny, what the fuck?
Why is there a flamingo in the car?
Know that was a thing that you could ever do. To have a flamingo literally riding shotgun. Like, I did not know that was a thing, and now I want one because it seemed really cuddly.
There's a flamingo in the car. Okay. All right. I feel like you guys, Mock wants a flamingo.
I do. I mean, didn't that look sweet? Like, just the way that he like nuzzled.
You know how I am about big birds. I'm not into big birds.
Not that big.
They're big.
They're big. Like, remember the one that we saw in my driveway when you were here? It's like that, about that big.
You notice I kept my distance from that giant bird, that giant ass prehistoric bird. I was like, I'll take pictures of it from your porch, but I'm not going out to pet it. I'm not doing it.
Oh my God. Anyway, I love that. And then lastly, we have a video which some people are going to say is AI.
Oh.
But I am choosing to believe that it's real. Okay.
Okay.
Your mileage may vary, but I think I think this is real.
Okay. Puppy. Totally not AI.
Not AI at all, you guys. This
Happens
is a
all the
legit
time.
video.
That was taken near Mock's house in South Carolina. It happens all the time.
Yeah. I mean, that's Ella. I don't know if you didn't recognize her.
Right.
That's Ella back in the day.
God, I want that to happen to me. I want that to happen here.
Oh my God, that absolutely
So
killed me.
cute.
All right. Let me get to all of the supers from yesterday and then today.
Okay.
This might take a little minute because we have a lot to get through. Let me see. Do we have, we have some. Yeah, we have a lot from today. Okay. So from yesterday, this was what happened on YouTube. We saw from Bo Mama 8, who said, listen, Eric, I'm 63, overweight, and have sciatica, and I can bench press more than that. Grow a real pair, dude. Talking to Eric Swalwell.
Yes. Oh my God.
Hot Luke said, good morning, all chicks. Long time. Love you always. Great interview with Scott and Ruben. Tulsi was nominated on my birthday. Yay. Love y'all. Never let Pete anywhere near the White House.
Thank you, Luke. Hot Luke.
TMD Media or T Media and Publishing said, everyone is saying YouTube is fine. You jerks getting this? And we weren't. Yesterday, we couldn't see these. And so I had to go back afterwards to pull them out. But now everything I think is fine today.
Yeah.
Arnerm said, it's already Tuesday and I haven't said Pam Bondi. And have you finished the sentence? Have I become that predictable?
Yep. Lying liar that lies.
Right. Thank you both for being my favorite jerks. And then we had Robin Dye, who said, R.I.P. Rin Sandberg, Chicago Cubs, number 23.
I think it's Ryan. I think it's
Ryan.
Ryan Sandberg.
I'm not familiar with baseball. Kristen Thompson said, hey, ladies, FYI, I went to buy Dose off of your Linktree page, and the link is not working.
Oh, no.
Have a blessed day. We'll have to look into that.
We will.
That should be working.
Right. It should be.
Yeah. What is our... let me just see, because we just talked about Dose the other day.
We did. Yep, we totally did.
Don't use our link tree. Just go to dosedaily.co/chicks and then enter C at checkout. dosedaily.co/chicks and then enter C. GCQC said, good morning, my friends. Received my woman's guide yesterday, and I love it. The 7 rules are among the topics taught at a finishing school that I used to volunteer for. It's a great book for Gwen, actually. She's talking about the concernedwomen.org/chicks.
It is. It is a great book for her. Absolutely, it is.
Love that. Love that. And then we also heard from Jace Denner, who said, I was watching an Australian Master Chef episode and the audience clapped when the chef made meringue. I was surprised because Australians usually boomerang.
That is so great. I love it. That is
Isn't
fantastic.
that so perfect?
Yes.
Danielle Taggy said, please play this video for the world to see. I can't stop watching and constant tears to my eyes. Never forgot. Love you, chicks. So we've mentioned this before. We will not play things from Venmos because the link doesn't work once I screenshot it. But what she was referring to is the performance by one of the camp girls in Texas who was affected by the floods. She sang on Fox and Friends, I think it was yesterday. And then they brought Lauren Daigle on to surprise her. It was really, really cute. So anyway, if you missed that, you can go look at yesterday's show. But please do not send us stuff to play when you're sending super chats. We will not do that.
We can't do it.
We're just not going to do that.
No.
And then let's see, we have today, Kelly Wiseman said, happy Dad Joke Wednesday. What style of shoe does a frog wear? Open toed. All my love, XOXO. Cindy O'Connell said, Trump must have been watching The Five when I was. I said the same thing about Jessica Tarlov to my husband. Can't stand her.
Who can?
Exactly. Now you.
Okay. JLN 258. Many moons ago.
That's Stroke Jen.
That's Stroke Jen. Many moons ago, outside of a village, lived an odd lad who filled bags with corn and threw them in a hole on a slanted board. He never missed. He would pull his shirt over his head, put his fists up, and chant pure lunacy. The villagers called him the Great Cornhole Leo. Thank you, Jen.
I don't know about that one, Jen.
I know. The Brian Brumley. Know a guy who bought a new car but can't drive it until February. It's part of the finance agreement. No interest for 6 months. Take my interest. Again.
Everybody's names got screwy by YouTube today.
I know. It's so Curio2369. What do you call anxious dinosaurs? Nervous Rex. Wish me luck this afternoon getting lumbar steroid injections.
Yeah.
That does not sound like fun.
No, that's not fun at all.
Oh my gosh. Big Nate MCBC. As a Black person, I can say being called colored is very outdated and will earn you a side eye, but it's never that deep. Calm down, everyone. Big Nate knows. Yeah, it's kind of weird, right? But I mean, but then again, some people that are black also hate being called black.
I don't understand any of it. If you
I don't either.
People of color, colored people, I don't understand why
I don't understand it either.
Why one of those is okay and the other one isn't.
I
It will
agree.
never make sense to me. For as long as there's an NAACP, it will never make sense.
I totally agree. Yep. Jose, Texas 15, morning from Texas Chicks. What do tacos say in church? Let us pray. And YouTube can suck it with these handle changes. Take my wad.
I don't know why it does
wad.
this from time to time.
I don't either. It's so fickle. Melanie Harwood, 114. Silly chicks. Don't you know that hangnails are caused by climate change? Love from Michigan. Not by Trump, but by climate change. That's right, Melanie. West Virginia Fruit Loop. I used to run a dating service for chickens, but I was struggling to make hens meet. Take my money. Just Steve Douglas Dogs. Why was the math book so depressed? It had so many problems. Happy
That's a
Dad
good
Joke
one.
Wednesday. So true. Aaron Krieger. A pirate went to the doctor to have some moles checked. The doc looks and says, "It's okay. They're benign." The pirate replied, "Count again. I think there be 10. Happy Dad Joke Wednesday. Take my money.
Aaron's got a good source for dad
I know,
joke,
you
for
do.
sure.
Robin Dye, R.I.P. Ryan Sandberg, Chicago Cubs number 23.
She really wants us to know about
I
that.
know, right? Well, apparently he was a really good guy too.
Really?
I don't know much
anything
about
that person.
I don't know much about baseball. I'm sorry. Arner 1331. Dad Joke Wednesday. A penguin is driving across the desert. Nah, not that one. How do dogs tell knock knock jokes? Knock knock. Bow wow 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 wow. Also, Pam Bondi. Take my money.
I don't understand anything that you just said.
Oh my God. Here we go. This is an Israel thing. Marcia Le Magnifique. I don't know why you always send us stuff and you want me to read this crap. Why is Israel always given a pass? Dehumanization of Arabs and scare tactics against anyone who sounds Muslim really is abhorrent. Even pro-Israeli organizations are talking about it. Barry Weiss.
Okay, it was read.
All right. T-Media and Publishing. Pay debt and go to a flat tax. You're making way too much sense, Day.
Daisy, I think they meant.
I think it's Daisy. Yes. Wouldn't a flat tax be great? Remember Herman Cain? 999.
Yes.
God bless him. Michelle Macklin Sate. Is it Sate? S8.
Everybody's names are screwed up.
What people aren't recognizing about American Eagle is that part of the proceeds are going to domestic violence. I mean, don't be.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Of course you
know
don't.
that.
Of course you don't know it because we're not supposed to know it because we're supposed to just know that it's all Nazi propaganda.
Oh my gosh.
Right. JLN 258. Why did the chicken go to the gym? To work on his pecs. Just had to sneak in and say hi and give a big thank you to the Chicks family for all the prayers. Gonna relearn to chew later. Lockjaw Jen. That's stroke Jen. Thanks, Jen.
Hang in there, man.
Marcia Le Magnifique. Dedicated Christians in the truth community now, the truth about Israel and what they have done and blame their enemies. I pray it slowly gets revealed. Luke Pegways, 2704. Good morning, all. Love my chicks. Natasha's was so beautiful. Love Pam and together. Aren't they great?
Yeah,
I
it
love
is.
them
It is great. It really
Makes
is
me
great.
happy. It makes me totally blissfully happy for her. She deserves it, you know? Love, 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 love. All right, you guys, bringing it in. We're bringing it in. It is Dad Joke Hump Day Wednesday. Hope everybody has a fabulous day, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye, everybody.
Hello, beautiful people. This is the Chicks on the Right's Indian correspondent. Thank you for watching or listening. Be very sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell to stay up to date on all of their delicious content. Okay, thank you. Come again.